Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to round 6 of 15 here at the Formula Racing League. We are coming to you from a sunny Austria track here today. Only a small grid, 11 drivers, but hopefully we should still have some good racing on our hands. Just run down, if you missed us last week, we were in Canada where Julian took home the race win, followed by Rainbow, and third place went to Lufcon. Unfortunately, Rainbow's not here this week, but Julian is still here and he's looking to make it 2 wins in 2 for the Mercedes team as they look to close up the gap at Red Bull, the top of the Constructors' Championship. And we'll have a quick rundown as qualifying has just started, but everything happens. All the excitement happens at the end, unless you know it's next Mario Park where you missed the line around the corner. Quick rundown of the championship. Rainbow, who's not here, is currently on 73 points, followed by Noosa on 70 points, so a good battle going to be developing there over this race. Just after them, you've got FSK and Lufcon, 58 and 57 points for them. So again, another little battle going on there. Obviously, one win for any of those can just make a huge difference. Further down, you've got, again, another battle between Bolo and Jumboy, or King Buzzo and Jumboy. They're both on 34 points. Julian on 25, followed by Kapil, 23. Delby and Necromopug on 18. Gryphus on 12. Constructor standings, you've got Red Bull on 88, Ferrari on 85, Mercedes on 83. Just behind them, you've got Sauber on 76. So such close racing is going to be coming to you from here, and hopefully we'll see a lot of on-track battles as Julian has gone fastest on the first time. He's done a 4.1. We expect that to be well beaten. Times today should be potentially in the 103s, about 135, 1.3 and a half. That should be said. Obviously, we'll get to that point later on. Obviously, if the weather changes, things will potentially change, as Necromopug does do that lap, but invalidated by the looks of things. Potentially on that last corner, actually, where you run very wide, might have invalidated that lap and the next. So, Austria, yeah, 8 corners, 3 DRS straights, and a lot of this track is DRS. Necromopug gets to the top of the hill here, that's turn 2, just gone through. And then again, this is the DRS straight, this is the third one. Just go down the hill into turn 3. And yeah, so on lap 3 of the race, obviously DRS will be enabled. And it is pretty much from the word go, it's enabled. Because you've got DRS straight after turn 1. But the detection point is before turn 1 and after it has been activated. So it's very early you get that DRS to help you. Julian has done his 1 lap and has gone in the pits. Necromopug just flicking there through turn 6. Coming up to the double right-hander, turns 7 and 8. Is he going to still go? He is. Just keeping on the track there. Pushing the boundaries on the exit. And he's going to do 1.4.9. So put himself currently P2 then. Let's have a look further back. FSK currently out on, looks like a flyer lap. Through the final corner he goes. A little wide, losing the back end ever so slightly on the exit there. Coming out to the line, does a 4.235, so just off the back of Julian there for FSK. As you can see, we do have those 3 compounds, the Ultras, the Supers and the Softs here today. And as you may know, the Ultras are the fastest tire to be on, but they will wear out like there's no tomorrow come the race. And yeah, so let's have a look. Kapil is done 2 laps on these Softs. He's looking like he's trying to do another lap, which could be interesting because he's then going to take a lot of life out of these tyres. And with only 11 drivers, obviously the top 10 has to start on the time they qualified on. And so if you do put it in the top 10, especially if you're taking a lot of life out of your softs, it'll be interesting come the race. But obviously you can then pit and do a faster lap on a set of super softs later on in the qualifying. We have 12 minutes left, so he's got a long time to do that in. Coming around then in towards turn 4, this left-hander here. Just getting to the apex, got to be careful on the exit. Those little orange bramble strips can destabilise the car. Through turn 5, then power down through 6. Get it over left. He's got a car coming into the pits ahead. Hopefully he'll get well out of the way, and does. Throwing it through the last 2 corners now, and he's going to the pits anyway. Never mind that. Ooh, just about getting into the pits anyway. Where's Vibes? He has just started. He's going up the hill from turn 1, up the first of the DRS straights. And you're not going to see too much action into 1. It's going to be action into 2 is where you're going to see a lot of it, because it's such a tight corner. And you can see Vibes just struggling to find the apex there, breaking the touch too late and just missing the apex. And then you go from there, you get again another DRS straight down the hill into turn 3. Just a little bit of lag going around that corner. Get that power down. Just keep it going on. So, right, it looks like everyone's actually changing onto those Ultra Softs. Nakamura Pug and Kapil, the only ones, as I said, Kapil just changes onto the Ultra Softs. So Nakamura Pug, the only one who isn't on Ultras right now. He actually set his fast time on Ultra Soft, so it'd be interesting if he tries to go out on Supers, because he might struggle to beat that time. He shouldn't struggle, but he may. I don't think he's going to be putting it into 103s anyway, but I could be wrong. I've been proven wrong many a times over the years. Vibes goes through the 1-7 dead, and currently sits P9, just 2 people behind him. You've got Lufcon, who's just going through turn 2 then. He is on a flyer in the Mercedes. Last about, as I said, he was 3rd place. He's had a win back in Spain a few races ago. Podium in Baku as well. So he's got some good form going. Can he keep this form going though? Because he's on the back of FSK, who's had 2 DNFs in the last 3 races. Going to give himself a good chance of getting up there. Obviously FSK having a rather interesting crash on the first corner at Canada. For those who've not seen it, a little bit of desync issues as Julian sets under the 104s for the first time. A little bit of desync issues from the guy behind, a bit of lag on his side. Just nudged the rear end of FSK, sending him into a spin at the first corner, and nearly taking out the eventual race winner, Julian. And he just slid just off the back of him, and there was a few other cars little piling up there. That's why FSK didn't finish. It was an interesting start, to say the least. And I've seen a fair few of those interesting starts over the year. As FSK is going to start his flying lap then. He needs to get this into 103s if he wants to be starting up near Julian. As he throws into turn 1. A little wide in the exit maybe. And yep, he's bailed. Invalidated then on the first corner. And that's not the way to start your flying lap. Let's see if Nakamura Pug can do this first corner. He can. It's very tame of him through that corner. Could have gone a lot wider, carried a lot more speed through it, but he is on those super soft, so obviously not as much grip as the Ultras do. Bit of a look up into 2, and then over there. It's not going well for him so far. He needs to rein it in if he's going to be beating his previous best. As FSK's well off the line there, that's good. Again, another lock up through 3. Get that power down, oh yep, use all the track you can, because it's there to be used. Just brings it into the apex nicely there on turn 4. A little wide on the exit, but still going. And that might have been invalidation there. I think he might have invalidated a while ago because he's been in mode 0 for a while. I just hadn't noticed it. My own mistake. So let's have a look further down. Let's have a look at Noosa. As John Boy had put in a time of a 1:04.1. Puts himself currently P2. Noosa on the back here of Julian, who is still going. Is Julian on a flying? No, he's on the way in. So Noosa coming around the final corner now. He might have just invalidated there, went very wide on the exit. He's going to be well down on his time anyway. That's a 1:12. That's 7 seconds slow. I'm not sure what happened to him on that lap. FSK did come into the pits after invalidating on his opening corner. Nakamura Pug is still not beating his previous. So he goes through 4 once again. Oh, that is very wide on the exit of 4. Just carried a little bit too much speed through the corner. And he's going to be bringing that into the pits, I suspect. So, who else is on the go? So, Noosa and Kapil are probably on their way in. They'll be in Lufcon to set a fair few laps on their Ultras. So they should be coming in the pits any moment as we're getting ready for their last stint. I mean, it's still very close to the front, but I've seen Julian race several times, especially recently, where he appears to just sandbag through the first few laps just to get a feel for the track. Noosa's still going, interestingly enough. He's definitely going to be down on his previous best. Yeah, Julian seems to sandbag, so we expect him to come out. I wouldn't be surprised if he beats that by a good 3/10. as he's still in the pits. Jumbo, however, is out, and he's going to need to get this into 103s if he wants to be up with Julian. He is currently P2, but he needs to find a couple of tenths on his flyer. Let's have a look at that gap. He is just under a tenth, as you can see, behind Julian. He, as I say, he needs to find 2 or 3 tenths if he wants to threaten Julian's position at the top, really. We've got 5 minutes 50 seconds left, so time for a couple of runs. Such a short lap here. So Jumbo gets going. He's got a clear track ahead of him, which is good news for him. Is that invalidated? That has invalidated. He's just gone straight down to mode 0. Just used a little too much curve on the exit, and that is Jumbo going to be done for this lap, and he's going to reset and go again. Let's have a look. Vibes in the McLaren. Still hunting some decent points. They've got 8 only so far this year, and that was from Alpha Blue back in Baku, so 4 races ago. He'll be hoping to get the McLaren some nice points today. As he's coming up to the final couple of corners. See what time he can do. He needs to improve. I say he needs to get into 104s. Can he get there though? He's going to be a bit down into a 5.7. So not far off the back of Kapil, but still unfortunately in that P10. King Buzzo is still in the pits, or Bolo as I call him occasionally. Necromero Pug about to start his flying lap. Again, he's got a nice clear track as all the front runners are in the pits just getting ready. As King Buzzo has left the session, that's another good sign for him. Yeah, everyone else is in the pits. Lufcon is on his way out now, as everyone's getting ready for those final stints, making any changes they need to make to their wings, just in preparation. Obviously, they're under park firm at the moment they leave the garages. Well, the moment they cross the white line at the end of the pit lane, but the moment they leave the garages is pretty accurate for this game. So, Necromopug coming through turn 4 now. He really needs to get pretty much a second off his previous, but can he? Has he got what it takes based on that line? I don't think so, but see, he's thrown it into the last 2 corners, carrying a fair bit of speed through there. He's going to get another lap. He's just gone a little wide on the exit. Did that invalidate? Did that count? It counted. He got a 1.4.6, so up to P5 then for Necromanial Pug. As Julian is out and Lufcon has just started flying lap as he's going through turn 1. Let's see if he can get up to the front runners. Obviously with Julian as a teammate, he might be able to get a little few hints on setups and things, which is going to be really beneficial to him. He was 3rd last about, as I mentioned earlier. He is a previous race winner. So has he got what it takes now to be again a 2-time race winner? We've not had a 2-time race winner yet, and we're on round 6. While we wait for Lufcon to finish, our previous race winners are Noosa in Australia, followed by FSK in Baku, Lufcon, as I mentioned earlier, in Spain, Rainbow in Monaco, and then Julian last about in Canada. Will we get a 2-time winner, or will we get a new winner altogether? That's what we're going to look forward to seeing as Lufcon's coming up to the final corner now. Has he got what it takes? He's backed off there, so he will not be improving this time. He's not using his DRS, so maybe he's just going for another sort of just a second warm-up lap and then going again, as Julian is on his flyer, currently coming through turn 4. Does have a second attempt if he makes a mess of this. And he looks like he's going full beans for this. That could have been a little wide. It's very touch and go on that turn 6, is what's invalidated and what's not. Sliding through turn 7. Power down. Is he going to go faster? He is. It's a 1.3.84, and he's got time to do a cool down lap and go again if he really wants. Obviously, he's going to take a fair bit out of his tyres, but he knows he has that time to do it. Noosa then up at the top of the track, just going up towards turn 3. A little lock up and a bit off the apex there. I suspect, yeah, he's in mode 1, so I don't think he's on a flyer, and based on that throttle usage, he's not on a flyer. So look further back, King Buzzo just come out on started his first and only flying lap of the day. He's got a minute left of the session, as everyone does. That means Necro Puck will be done for the day. He is still in the pits. And obviously, you can start your flying lap if you've crossed the finish line before the checkered flag comes down. I saw Julian the other day made a bit of a mess of that timing. He came across the line. It was about half a second after the checkered flag came down, and felt really bad for him. I don't feel very bad for him now because he's just gone even faster. He's done a 3.836 to cement that P1. King Buzzo all over the place. I thought he was going to lose it there, but he's got it back on. Put it at P4. That's a decent lap then, and he can keep going. Where is Jumboy though? He is currently coming through turn 6. Can he get into the 103s? Can he threaten Julian? We're about to find out. 2 corners to go. Very aggressive and very wide there on the exit. I don't think he's going to beat it. No, he's slower than his previous best, and he is done. FSK is done as well. He's currently P3. So Julian, our current leader, Buzzo, disqualified from session for parking in an illegal place. Though, despite putting a P4, he is going to be starting P11. They'll be coming through the final. Can he get up there now? Can he improve? He does improve, but only by 5 thousandths of a second, and doesn't move up, unfortunately. I assume Julian is in the pits. Yes, he is. Where's Lufcon? He appears to still be going, along with Vibes. Vibes coming up to the line now. Goes faster, but unfortunately doesn't move up. So, Lufcon, last man on the track. Is he going to keep going? Is he going to move up to be starting at the front 3? Not with a line like that, you won't be. I suspect this is going to be staying P4 then. It looked like it wasn't. Yes, so he's going to start P4. So there we go, Julian taking the pole. King Buzzo getting disqualified for parking in an illegal location, which is interesting. So we'll have a quick rundown of those final positions. So there you go, you've got Julian starting in front from Jumboy, FSK, Lufcon, Rysel, Necromarian Pug, Delby, Noosa, Capil, Vibes, and King Buzzo say getting disqualified. So he will actually have 3 choice of tyres, so maybe that was a tactical play by him to get to the bottom. Start on the tyres he wants to start on. Everyone else will be starting on Ultra Softs, and that race will be coming up shortly. And it is wet. I didn't expect to see that when I looked at the screen. Yeah, there was no indications from the drivers that it was going to be damp. Drivers were still doing what I expected them to do. There wasn't too many twitches, no more than usual. So that's going to create a really interesting race. That's going to be into to start with. Will it dry up? Will it get wetter? Only time will tell. So it made it even more important to start near the front. So Julian and Jumbo are going to be in great positions, P1, P2 there. So we just wait for everyone to make any fine tunes to their setups, get that fuel set up correctly, and then get onto the grid, as we will be having a formation lap, and then we'll get the race underway, hopefully. Let's just have a look quickly at tyres. Yep, as you can see, everyone confirmed they are going to be starting on those inters. Let's just go on board with Julian as he's going to do the start from the front here. So just see if he's handling. Did he go for a predominantly dry setup to get that time? I do expect Julian to have put in a much quicker time if it was going to be a dry race and qualifying, but maybe he did have a few changes just to ease it for when it came to the wet. This is now, I did say you'll see a lot of incidents at turn 2. I think you'll now see incidents at turn 1. People locking up with cold tyres in the rain. Going to create a little bit of issues, shall we say. So just wait now for all the drivers to get themselves around. King Buzzo starting at the back. Qualified P4 as said, and then disqualified. Obviously not for malicious reasons for changing tyres, but just because I don't know why. I can't tell you why. You'll have to ask him why he decided to get disqualified. So as we're taking around the final few corners now, Julian is going to be taking up his position first. And the start is going to be so important now. If it wasn't already, that's for sure. So King Buzzer in that Ferrari will be taking up position at the back. He needs a good haul of points here if he wants to give Ferrari a nice starting point, and we appear to be missing Capil. No, apologies, there he is. He's just driving through King Buzzer. So, we're all on the grid. The lights are going. 3, 4, 5 red lights. They're off, and we're off. Slow start then for FSK on the left. And he's going to get swamped then by Rice. He's going to let's come past him. But FSK going through the second part. And looking all clean. No damage there through the first corner. Julian leading from his teammate Lufcon. And Rysel actually dropping at the start. Vibes getting a beautiful start up into P6. Let's have a look on him, see if he's making a move. He had a thought about making a move on Necro Pug. He's going to be careful. He's getting swamped. There's little touches going on behind. And that is the Williams and Capil going to Rysel, and Capil getting a terrible drive off the corner. Just getting very sideways there. And where is he? There he is. Alongside King Buzzo. And this is going to be close. He slots in behind. They're going to try and both go past Delby. But he's just going to have to sit back in P11 for now. So Vibes, say earlier, going that great start. Capil dropping 2, Delby dropping 3. Rysel and Jumbo also dropping 2 places on this opening lap. Let's go look at Jumbo, see if he's going to make moves on FSK. Obviously with the rain there will be no DRS until the race control deem it time. And if they deem it time, that is, should we say? If you see a DRS enabled, it's because it is dry, and that is the point which you should be pitting to change those tyres onto the dries. And that's the crucial point. When that comes up, when you see DRS enabled, that is the perfect time to be pitting for dry tyres. Yes, okay, you're going to struggle for a little bit grips here and there, but it's still the perfect opportunity as we try and find Rice. Is he going to make a move on Vibes? No, he's not. Who's that just running very wide? Other than Vibes. That's Jumbo. He's run wide and dropped another place then. As Rysel gets past Vibes. And behind them you've got King Buzzo on the back of Noosa. Is he going to look down the inside here? He is. There's a little touch there on the side of Noosa. Noosa gets away though. And King Buzzo, more importantly, gets away with it. And Noosa runs very wide. King Buzzo going to look to come through on the inside. And has that position, but he's got a very bad line through turn 5. Going to allow Noosa a sniff. He just can't get that power down. Just nowhere near enough grip as you'd like. And Noosa then still back in P9. So Julian, no surprise, going fast for everyone as he's already built up a 1.6 second lead at the front. And there are gaps starting to form all over the place. As Delby's looking to come past Noosa. Is he going to send one down the inside? No, he's not. But Noosa goes very late. He's trying to defend. Delby comes through by just being there, applying pressure. Capil also comes past Noosa as they're going up the hill towards turn 2. Who's going to have the place? Capil's got the inside line. Who's going to be the last to break? And looks like Capil's got it as Noosa runs very wide. His setup is not working for him. And he has dropped right back now. Losing 3 places so far, along with Jumboy. And let's have a look at Rysel, who is close to the back of Jumboy then. 5th and 6th battling out here. Can Rysel make the move? Can Jumboy work out what he's got to do to stay on it? As King Buzzer is... Oh, Rysel a little bit sideways. Where's King Buzzer? King Buzzer is looking to come past. Rysel, that little bit of mistake there. Has just allowed King Buzzer just to fly past him. And Rysel now dropping back down to P7. And yeah, he just run very well on the exit of that corner as well. That's going to prevent any chance he had of coming back at him. So King Buzzer gaining 5 places so far. He's off to a great start. No one making any stops though, which is always interesting. I believe we do have reduced damage here, which is quite beneficial sometimes, especially in the wet. Rice's just really struggling with those inters, just lighting him up every time trying to get away. Vibes isn't quite close enough to take advantage of that, but if Rice keeps making these little mistakes, Vibes will be coming through. As up ahead, King Buzzo is trying to go past Jumboy there, side by side. Jumboy is off track. He's got it back on and will hold the place to Rysel. He's looking all out of shape. As Rysel's all looking out of shape as well. Are we getting to the point where it is wet weather tyre? Because these guys are really struggling on these inters. They are all just getting a little bit too keen on the accelerator maybe. Definitely not time for inters as Julian is still going faster than a 115 on the nose. And King Buzzo and Jumboy side by side then going towards turn 1. Who's going to have it? They're still side by side. Jumboy has the nose ahead. And there's a spin in the background. That is Rysel spinning, just getting a little bit too into that action. And he is dropping like a stone and is now down to 11th. Let's have a quick look back up there. Jumboy and King Buzzo. King Buzzo is now ahead. Jumboy just seeing that power down, a little too keen at times. And that's what's costing him potentially. Is he going to look down the inside here of King Buzzo? No, he's not. So, Bolo now needs to start putting away his Vibes. Is hanging around the back of Jumboy. Is he going to make a move? He's not, unfortunately. So we're only a few laps in, but it's ready. The action is starting to unfortunately die away. Hopefully it'll dry up and we'll get some action going again. His Vibes just looking a little bit out of shape there. Where's Kapil? Kapil's a fair bit off the back of him at the moment. 1.8 seconds is the gap. And Delby is hanging around the back of Kapil as well. Is he starting to close in a little bit? Just less than a second. Noosa is in the pits. Let's just stay with him. See what he's going for. Is he going on to wets? Has he just got a bit of front wing damage? And it is a new set of inters then for him. Very interesting stop that early for a new set of inters. But obviously if you've burnt them by just spinning a little too much, that is what you need to do. So Rysel also putting on those inters and retiring from session, just had new nose to go with it, so he was not happy and he is done for the day. So Julian currently 4 seconds out the lead. Let's just stick with him for a little bit, see how he's getting on in this wet. How is he handling? A little bit oversteer there in the middle of the corner, but still. Just takes it easy, doesn't need to push too hard. He has a nice lead. Even if he has a little wobble here and there, he'll still be comfortably ahead of Lufcon, and he's still going faster than everyone. Let's have a look further back. Vibes and Jumboy. 1.1 is the gap. Jumboy a little bit of oversteer off that corner. Is that going to allow Kapil, Vibes a chance to close in? I don't think so. Not quite yet. So just getting. Hopefully we're going to see this dry. Let's see if we can see. Is it still raining? I think it is. Just. Yeah, it's still raining. Hopefully that rain will die off sooner or later. But Vibes gaining up a little bit there on the back of Jumboy. Unable to get his power down. Jumboy unable to get his power down as well. And Noosa is pitting again. Jumboy sliding big time there. Vibes just again unable to close in. Is Noosa getting a wing? He is. He's having a wing change. That's not a very good start for Noosa. Coming out of the pits on fresh tyres. Obviously having a spin, damaging his front wing. Having to go again. So Vibes and Jumboy still going close together. 1.6 is the gap. Jumbo is just looking all over the place on some of these corners, and there again, looking all over the place. He's going to lose the back end. He held it, but only just, but Vibes should come past. Jumbo's going to come across and cover him off. Perfectly legal. Vibes is now going to pull out alongside him. That's a terrible camera angle. And he's... oh, there's nothing there really in my eyes. Vibes though now going to get that power down once again. Is he going to make the move? As Kapil has closed right up to the back of these two. Vibes has the place, but Jumbo's going to break late down the inside. It's broke too late. There's no damage then from Kapil. And Jumbo defending hard against the Vibes. Vibes looking down the inside here into 3. Has he made it this time? No, because he just took too much of that corner. Had to get right off the power. And slots back in behind Jumbo once again. Kapil behind with that front wing damage. Will not be part of this battle for now. He's going to try and just get back to the pits, get some new tyres on. As Julian still going faster than everyone. As Vibes turn to look a little unsteady on these corners. It's yellow in sector 1. Is that Noosa having another spin, unfortunately for him. And he's going to be lapped there by Lufcon already. So Noosa already falling a lap down. He's going to have to be careful now. So it's Kapil. He's not gone on the pits just yet. Oh, he's just getting that back end stepping out on him. He's going to have to be careful with that, especially with front wing damage. He doesn't want to take too many risks. Let's go back up to Vibes and Jumbo. They are still going at it. We've got 1.2 seconds is the gap. And I don't think Vibes is going to close up just yet. It's going to take another little mistake then from Jumbo before he can. So he's got that gap now down to 1 second. We're on lap 10 of 36. The rain seems to be a little lighter than it was at the start. Some just bits of brightness coming through some of these clouds. Does this mean we are going to have the race drying up towards the end? I hope so, because that could make it really interesting for everyone. As Kapil does finally pit, they'll be getting past him at that point as well. Just see what tyres he's going for. I assume he's going for inters, but you never know. Yep, a new set of inters then, and a new front nose to boot. And he's going to come out in P9. As what's happened to Jumbo? Jumbo has just dropped then from 6th to 8th. Must have had a spin then on turn 1, as he wasn't behind Delby earlier. And he is really struggling. Has he got front wing damage? No, doesn't appear to be. He is just really struggling on these inters. Obviously went for a full dry setup, and that's really hurting him now when he just needs a little bit more grip. And maybe it's just a bit of impatience more than anything. He just tries to get the foot down, and there you go. Just the moment too soon. And he is really going to be struggling. I think that's him giving up. Well, that's him done. So, back up then to King Buzzo and Necrophobia Pug battling here for P4. No penalties to speak of so far, which is interesting. As King Buzzer on the back here, Necrophobia Pug is going to get some slipstreams that go up the hill to turn 2. Is he going to look down the inside? Same age tyres. He's looking, there's the first penalty for them for Vibes. No, King Buzzo, Bolo, either or. Moves up to P4. Necrophobia Pug just slotting him behind then. Is he going to have a look in down the inside then into turn 3? Not this time. So we are down to 9 drivers. Rysel DNFing in the pits, obviously having had a front wing change after he pitted for a new set of tyres. Frustration getting to him. Same with Jumbo. Had a spin at turn 1, only a lap ago. Frustration getting to him and just DNFing his car in the barriers. Meanwhile, out front, Julian has now got a 9.1 second lead over Lufcon, who in turn has got a 4.2 second lead over FSK. 4 seconds back is King Buzzo. And there is a big gap between 5th and 6th. 10 seconds is the gap there. Obviously, a big gap's further back because those guys have pitted. As we must be starting to approach the pit window for these Inters. Just see how race leader is doing. It looks like he's doing alright. As I say that, he misses the apex. Never mind. So he's still got a quite a hefty lead over Lufcon. And he is coming into the pits then by the looks of things. Bill with a 3-second penalty. I'm going to assume Julian is going to set up a new set of Inters. Is his teammate also coming in? No, his teammate is going to take hold of the race lead. Julian then, fresh set of Inters. And he is on his way out. He's going to drop back then to potentially come out just behind FSK. And it's not quite just behind. FSK is well clear now. And Julian there is about 3 seconds then off the back of him. King Buzzo's 1 and a bit seconds then back from Julian. We've had our first pit stop of the front runners. Obviously in wet weather it's always a risk to make that pit just in case you decide you want to put on full wets later. Or it goes dry and you're obviously a pit stop down on everyone. But I suspect you'll be seeing Lufcon come in this lap as well. As Julian is actually making ground on FSK. Well, fresher tyres will do that for you, I suppose. And that gap is now down to 1.6 seconds between Julian and FSK. And it's currently the only battle, I say battle, loosely termed battle on track. As no, neither of those two front boys pit. King Bolo's staying out. Looking Pug staying out as well. So Julian is now within 1 second then of FSK as they're going to go up the hill towards turn 2. We're on 14 of 36. There's obviously going to be 2 stoppers for these Inters. Julian getting that power down, you can just hear it going down, and back end just saying, no, I don't want to go, stop making me do things, it's wet. But Julian with these fresher tyres able to close up onto the back of FSK. FSK who's 4 seconds then off the back of Lufcon. That's obviously not him in front, that is Noosa in front of FSK. So a back marker. Julian fighting that car, FSK fighting his car as well. Julian making the pass quite easy at the end of the day. And he's back up then on the front, up to P2, and he's going to set his sights on his teammate. He has gone faster to the 14.078. He's just set fast lap after fastest lap today. So we'll just have a quick look. I'm going the wrong way. I'm going there. So you can see a fast lap. There's only one other person in the 114s. That is King Buzzo. And that's a 14.9. So Julian is that much faster than anyone else. 0.08 of a second faster on his fastest lap than King Buzzo. And considerably faster than everyone else. So he's just got Noosa to pass in front, who is getting blue flags, so hopefully for Julian's sake, Noosa will get well out of the way any moment now. And there he goes, or not. There we go, Julian is now through, fortunately, on Noosa. And he can set his sights once again on Lufcon, who is currently 3 seconds ahead. Julian runs very wide on the exit there. Noosa picking up a 3-second penalty. So it's interesting that of everyone, Julian is the only one to have decided he wanted to pit. He is only 3 seconds back off the lead, but does have fresh tyres. That's really going to benefit him as to go forward. Sends it into turn 2, 2.6 is the gap then to Lufcon. Is that him? That is him right up ahead. Let's have a look at FSK, just see how he's doing. Well, he does have the back marker and Noosa just ahead. And Noosa doesn't really need to get out of the way because FSK is just not close enough to him to even make a move. Not just yet anyway. But Noosa will have to be careful because if you stay much longer with blue flags, you will get hit with a big 10-second penalty. Noosa just needs to potentially just get out of the way as soon as he can. But as I say that, he starts pulling away then. Julian going fastest once again. He's nearly 2 seconds a lap faster than FSK as Necro Pug has pitted then from P5. He will drop back to P7 when he comes out, unless he's having front wing change, which he is not having. Fresh inters on the Red Bull though. Let's have a look at Julian and see what he's doing. He's 1 second off the back of his teammate. I just wonder if there will be team orders in play here. Will Lufcon be told to get out of the way of Julian? I suspect he will be, considering the fresher tyres on Julian's car. So 0.8 is the gap now between these two, as Julian is hunting him down. Lufcon almost looking like he's just getting out of the way of Julian, but he's not. Julian should have him here on this straight. He's going to have more grip. He's got the slipstream. He's actually put into mode 4 to make this pass. Is he going to go through? He's cut the corner. He has gone through. Lufcon gets the penalty though on the exit. That is harsh. Julian got nothing for cutting the inside. Lufcon gets the penalty for cutting the outside. And he thought about going down the inside then of his teammate. Just thinks better of it for now. Further back though, Necro Pug has come out right behind Delby and has a gap of half a second to the Sauber driver. And he's going to look to make a move here. Obviously looking like most people are trying to do a one-stop on the inters. Necropug getting a little bit touchy there with Delby. And he's right on his tail though. He's got the slipstream. He looks like he's going to make this move here at turn 3. Is he? Big lock up there for Necropug, unable to get past. As Lufcon has pitted then from P2. And so is FSK and King Buzzo. We're going to have a battle in the pit stops then. Let's have a look at King Buzzo right on the back here of FSK. Who will take third place at the end of these pits? Will it be Buzzo? Will he take it? Not quite. FSK coming out just ahead then of the Ferrari man. I think it's going to be a race of who can get these tyres switched on quicker. And FSK is just streaking away up the hill to turn 2. I think he might have got this one held. Julian though now with a 19.6 second lead. He will definitely be pitting again. It's whether or not everyone else will have to pit again. And I think that fact that Julian had already passed Lufcon by the time Lufcon pitted means Julian pretty much has Lufcon covered off if he has to make a second stop. Vibes is on the back of Capil at turn 2. Vibes has just come out of the pits, so fresh inters on his car. Capil's got 9 lap olds on his. And Vibes is looking to make a move then on Capil, but has just dropped off the back. Speaking of backs, that's Capil's stepping out on him a little bit there through 3. Vibes has got the gap down to half a second. He's still hovering around that half second mark, unable to find a way through. And he looks like he's now just dropping back off the back of Capil. And that looks to be a done deal. Further up, King Buzzo is dropping off the back of FSK. That gap it's coming and going. Let's have a look at it though. Every now and again it goes up, but then comes down a bit. Is King Buzzo not going to find any attempt to make an overtake if you slide through corners like that? And he's just lost out 7 tenths, nearly 8 tenths of a second in that one corner. And Julian goes fastest once again at 13.7. 21.6 seconds is Julian's lead, and that is quite large. You may have to stop again, but still, he has so far absolutely dominated this race. We're on lap 21.36, but I think it's safe to say there's only going to be one winner. Vibes and Capil. Capil's looking a little out of shape just ahead. Vibes is going to come past with relative ease. As Capil sliding then through the exit of turn 4. And Delby has closed up a little bit as well. He's got a 1 second gap then. Fresh tyres as well on the Sauber. Unfortunately, he's just not able to get the drive like Capil did earlier. Capil though on the back of Vibes is going to go through turn 1. And now up the hill is Capil going to make a move then into turn 2. Julian gets a rather irrelevant 3-second penalty. He's now only 19 seconds clear. And that's just how close Capil is there. He doesn't get the drive off the corner though. And that is going to cost him an attempt into turn 3. Delby not close enough to make an attempt on Capil. So just have a quick look then. Noosa, the only man on track to make 2 stops. Everyone else has made their mandatory 1 stop. Some of them will, well, most people will have to make that stop again. Obviously, Capil and Noosa most likely having to make a stop again, but will Julian have to make that second stop? I suspect he will. Obviously, time will tell, but considering the lead he has, I'm not too worried. I don't think he is. King Buzzo starts at the back of this Grand Prix after getting disqualified in qualifying, carrying up to P4. Great race for him so far. 7 places gained. Vibes up 4 places from his starting place. Delby and Noosa are the only current drivers to be down, and they're only down 1 place. Capil might be gifting Delby a place back, and no, Delby's not close enough. And Capil going to drop right off the back then of Vibes. And that squandered his attempt to make a move in the next few laps or so. And he's just really struggling with that back end. Noosa has pitted. Then currently the man at the back, but still getting championship points as he's still finishing the race, and that's what could be crucial come the end of this championship. He was P2 going into this race, 3 points off the back then of Rainbow. Currently P9, he'll be 1 point off the back of Rainbow. He'll be hoping, just hoping that someone else DNFs so he can get 4 points and take the championship lead. So Capil really fighting this car. Delby, let's just have a look at him behind. He's closing up ever so slightly here and there as he's got that gap under a second now. Capil just cutting the inside of turn 8 quite heavily. That's cost him a bit of time. Delby's now got that gap down to 0.6 of a second. Is he going to make a move? No, because Capil gets a good drive off the corner. Basically means Delby's not got a chance of making a move down into turn 2. But there are still several corners to go of this lap. We're on 24.36. Oh, Delby with a little bit of over acceleration of his own. It wasn't a case of oversteer, he was going straight. Just put the power down and got too much grip on one set of tyres because he's on the dry racing line. As Capil sliding in through 3. As there is a yellow in sector 3. Who will that be for? That'll be for Noosa. And that is off the final corner. He's still going. He's going to be very much then off the back of Delby. Which again I don't think he's too worried about. Capil has pitted. Delby up then into P7. And we're setting his eyes on Vibes. But will he have enough to close up onto the back of him? 1.5 seconds into the gap. Yes, up front Julian has pitted as well. Let's have a quick look. Fresh inters going on that car. No nose changes. And he'll be coming out again at the front because Lufcon isn't even around the final corner yet. So let's just see where Julian is. He's getting up to speed now, going through turn 1. And he's going to have a substantial lead still though. King Buzzo, FSK, they are starting to come closer and closer together. So yeah, Julian still has a 7-second lead. He does have a 3-second penalty. So does Lufcon. So it's all for Julian's to lose, as we might have expected. He is currently on 25 off 36. As I think Capil might have had a little issue because I've just seen Noosa gain a lot of time on him. .43 seconds of the gap between Capil and Noosa. I don't suspect that will come down much, or to a point that we see an overtake between them, unless there is a big mistake from Capil. King Buzzer then trying to hunt down FSK for that last podium place. 1.6 seconds is the gap. Bolo or King Buzzo currently 5th in our championship, tied on points with Jumboy. Although technically Jumboy should be ahead of him because he's got a P3. So he's Bolo's P6 based on that. And with Jumboy DNFing, Bolo will move ahead of him irregardless at the end of this race. And just still keeping an eye on Noosa. I said earlier, getting 2 points as it stands, but 3 points off Rainbow at the top of the championship. Needs one more place to gain the championship lead going into the next race. FSK and Lufcon as well, they are battling close in the championship, 1 point between them. So Lufcon will take 3rd place in the championship with a P2 finish here. As King Buzzo is dropping off the back then, by those things. He's down to 2.5 seconds off the back of FSK. Further back though, Delby and Vibes, 0.8 is the gap there. Well, was 0.8, it's now 0.9. As Delby's going to look to try and reel him in. Julian going faster and faster and faster. These tyres are working really well for him. Obviously, doing a 2-stop strategy has its risks, but not if you're that quick, it doesn't. Although now I come off King Buzzo, he's closed up now onto the back of FSK. Obviously FSK having some issues, and I thought that was a retiree. Yellow in sector 3. FSK with a 3-second penalty, that's going to be good news for Buzzo. We're on 27 of 36, so we're in single figures now left of this race. And who is going to be the last man on the podium? FSK with that 3-second penalty just moments ago is currently then going to be behind King Buzzo, and he needs to put his foot down and get away from the Ferrari man. And it's looking very likely to be a Mercedes 1-2, which would be great news for them. That will give them top of the Constructors' Championship by quite a margin, with Red Bull currently 5th and 9th. Ferrari in 2nd place will only have a 4th place. So King Buzzer now dropping back even more. Going to be just about a second off the back of FSK. FSK running very wide there, between 7 and 8. I think, again. So, as it stands, Julian with that 11.4 second lead from Lufcon. As King Buzzer gets a 3-second penalty, that could be big. And potentially will be big. That could change his chance to be up on the podium. Lufcon P2 has a 9-second lead from these guys here in 3rd and 4th. Delby is still hunting down the back of Vibes. Is he going to have a chance to get past? We'll flick onto that one hopefully soon as King Buzzer runs a little bit wide. He's going to lose a little bit of time now on FSK. And it is still going. There's a yellow in sector 1. Is that Jumboy? Potentially. He was the only man in sector 1 at the time, so I think the answer to that is yes. As Julian gets past to lap Kapil quite comfortably. King Buzzer and FSK still going at it. King Buzzer's got a good drive off here, 0.2 behind. He's going to look down the inside. He has a look, just can't go for it just yet. He needs to drive off this corner. He has a decent drive, but FSK has a much better drive. And he's going to hold the position then into turn 2. And we'll go through this all again after this corner. Who's going to get a better drive away? It appears to be both of them with a decent drive. King Buzzer a little bit sideways in the second phase, but 0.4 is the gap, so King Buzzer will be sitting back in P4 for a little bit longer. As Delby's dropped right off the back of Vibes, 3.3 seconds is the gap there. So no chance of seeing an overtake anytime soon. King Buzzer is getting very sideways there, nearly going off track. And he's going to go off track here. He's managed to get back on quite quickly and hasn't lost too much time. Only about half a second. But he's now got to reel the Sauber driver in once again. Can he do it? We're on lap 30 off 36. The gap is 0.6. It's all coming up towards the end now. They've had 30 laps to work out who's going to be P3, and they still haven't decided. They've got 6 more to work it out. 0.4 is the gap as they go up the hill to turn 2. He's just not close enough once again. And then he gets a terrible drive off the corner. It's going to allow FSK to just pull away a little bit and hold that position for another lap. Have a quick look at our current race leader, Julian, who is... well, he's doing right, isn't he? He's currently got a 14.5 second lead from his teammate. He's got a second penalty though, but Lufcon definitely has one of his own, so I don't think Julian will be too worried about it at this stage. Let's have a look though. King Buzzer and FSK still going at it. It's coming up to do with the final 2 corners now. King Buzzo just needs to look like he's trying to make a dive on FSK and put him off. And that's what could let you through, particularly in the wet. I thought King Buzzo might have it. He just got a bit of oversteer off the corner, and that's going to hinder him once again as they start the 31st lap of the race for these guys. This is looking good. He's in the slipstream. He's got a bit of better drive than FSK. Which way is he going to go? He's going to go the inside route. Is he going to be braking late enough? No, he's not. He looked like he could have had that. And he's just made a mess of the drive off the corner of 2 once again. And FSK is able to pull away from him. So, let's have a quick look. ERS usage, there you go. FSK's used so much more ERS. He's currently sitting around 55-56%. King Buzzo is at 89%. So maybe that's what's costing King Buzzo's an attempt to come past. I know it's wet, so he's just sliding there. He's just lost another half a second or so. And you're going to have to find that back again. As I was saying, King Buzzo's not using his ERS as well as he could. Get on these long straights, get ERS open up to mode 4. Get after the man in front of you. He just doesn't seem to be doing anything with it, just leaving it in mode 3 half the time. He's got to make some use of these if he wants to make the overtake. As he's now half a second off the back and he's just gone deep into that corner. As he's made a mess of the exit as well. FSK is going to hold the position once again. As the battle of these two keep going and going and going. King Buzzo just needs to make a move. And that is not the move he should be making. That was off track a little bit. Julian going faster under the 113s now. And he's flying around on those inters. So FSK looks really slow through here. Is this going to be his chance? No, King Buzzer again sees the back of FSK's car, gets really excited, gets the foot down too hard on the accelerator, and just can't get the power down. And he's going to sit back. I think this is going to be a done deal. These guys, I can't see King Buzzer coming past. Every time he gets close, he just makes a little mistake, and is just unable to do anything to catch up to FSK's car and make that pass. Let's have a look at Lufcon. We've not seen much of him today. He's currently he's in a race of his own. He's been in a race of his own pretty much the entire race. His teammate Julian 19.5 in the lead. The car behind him is 15.8 seconds. He's just had to do nothing all race. I guess that's what he wants to do. I mean, he made the places that he needed to make early on, and since then he's just been in second place, cruising, shall we say. Let's have a look. Let's have a look once again. We might as well stick with this because there's don't expect to see much action elsewhere on 34 of 36. Is this his chance? Goes down the inside of 7. Side by side through 8. Hasn't he made the place? They are side by side still and on the exit. King Buzzo slots in behind FSK. Going towards turn 1, so FSK's held the place. And just again, he's just struggling for the drive off those corners. FSK is doing a sterling job of holding this third place. There we go, so two laps and a small bit of track to go for Julian, who's our current race leader. He's going even faster. He's gone 1600ths faster on that lap they had done previously. He's still sliding, just shows he is human after all. And let's have a look back at this battle, see where King Buzzer is. He's going to get the drive once again on FSK. He's just really struggling to keep it going. He's just got to take it easy. Oh, FSK looking a little bit slow off the corner, but King Buzzo unable to do anything because he came up right behind the Salvaman. King Buzzo is just barely using his ERS. He could be dumping a mode 4. Get around the corner, get the foot down, shift it into mode 4, get after him here. Now, there we go. He's shifted into mode 4, he's side by side. And they're going to go side by side up the hill. Who's going to be last to late breakers? King Buzzo. Oh, is he just forced off FSK? Who's got the position? FSK is slotted in behind King Buzzo. Was he forced to the truck? That'll be up for the stewards to decide. And he's just going to sit back. He's King Buzzard's left a big door open on the inside. FSK walks through it quite happily. But King Buzzard coming back past, is he? He's trying. He nearly hit the back there of the Sauber. They are on lap. These guys are on lap 35. They've got 1 lap to go after this. King Buzzard's getting a bit frustrated, you can tell. He needs to make this pass. I hope this isn't decided on penalties. I hope this is decided on the track. King Buzzard, he's lost the back end there. FSK just very slow off turn 7. And that could be it for these two. This is a battle actually developing further back. Capil and Delby. Capil going down the inside there of Delby. Up to P7 then. Or not. Who's got this one? Coming up to turn 4. And round the outside goes Capil. But Delby's on the inside. Is he going to make it? No, he's not. Let's have a look at the back of this. King Buzzer FSK. King Buzzer is just not going to be close enough this time around. FSK looks to have this place made. He's in mode 5 in his attempt to close down the Sauberman. He's right there on the tail. He's going to have to make a move. Is this the move he's making? It was close. He's got a better drive by the looks of it. But FSK has a decent drive of his own. And FSK is going to potentially take this. Everyone else by these two and Neckaroo Park have finished the race. We'll come back to that in a moment. And it looks like FSK is going to hold P3 from Bozo. And does so even after penalties have been applied. FSK is going to be P3. Great battling for those two. And there we go. Whew. So let's have a quick rundown of the final positions then. So Julian quite comfortably taking the lead. The win, sorry, from Lufcon. FSK there, as you can see from the race, holding P3, followed by King Buzzo, Necro Pug P5, Fives P6, W P7, Kapil P8, Noosa P9, and then DNF as a Jumboy and Reisel. There you go, that's the end of the Austrian Grand Prix. Next week we'll be off to Germany, so join me then. It's going to be at 1:30 UK, well, might be at 1:30 UK time. Keep an eye on my Twitter if you want to see when that is actually going to happen. Obviously there is an F1 race, a proper F1 race that weekend, so we generally change times to suit. Whether or not we'll go later, whether or not we'll go earlier, I don't know yet. That will be decided closer towards the time.